Well, my name's James Langston. I'm glad to be here for this interview. Thank you for inviting me. And I remember I was August 5th, 1994. I was with my dad and with my family, and we were watching one of our churches on TV over in Los Angeles. In Louisiana. And I came to my dad and I asked him, "Hey, I want to be saved." He said, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." So we prayed and I got saved. And it was pretty good. And then after that, I went to one of my friends. I told him, "Yeah, I'm saved, man, I'm saved." And he was like, "Yeah, that's cool. My name's in the Book of Life." And I thought the Book of Life was the Bible. And then he was like, "Oh," so I was like, "What's your name?" He's like, "Daniel." "Oh, you're saved too, man. Look, just look, you're saved." And he was like, "Yeah, I guess I am, huh?" And I was like, "What's your name?" "Oh, my name's Peter." "You're saved too. What's your name?" "Carl." Later." It was pretty funny. Anything changed when I became a Christian? Yeah, I mean, I noticed I love God more. I mean, the way I loved God when I was a kid is something I can never forget, because it's honestly, I think it's more love than I have now. That childlike love, I can't explain it. I mean, I would do things that was just, crazy. I would, pretend baptize myself in the tub all the time. I'd build crosses everywhere and pray to God. I was, loving Sunday school. I had a vigorous, God was everything when I was a kid. And so that childlike love, I'll never forget it. I guess when I grow up, I get more mature. I guess I'm a mature Christian, but I know God likes that childlike love. How did I come to Life Chapel? Well, me and Fumi were looking for a church for a while. And, we got here in Japan in 2006. Well, me by myself, and I met Fumi in 2008. And ever since then, we've been looking for a church, a place to go to. And so we'd go to different places, see a church, get kind of interested, and they would say something. And I'm very, how do you say? I used to be very strict with how I want things in church done. This could be good, but one thing a little off, no, it's not a good church, honey, we'll try another one. And she was getting frustrated because she was doing most of the searching. I was like, "What do you expect me to do? I don't know Japanese, I just can't, I don't know where to go." And she was like, "Well, it's just very hard to find a church that's perfect." I was like, "Okay, we'll keep looking." And then we started coming here. And yes, things in this church, is very good, and I liked it. And there's also things that, I kind of disagree with. And so, I was probably going to get into that same pattern. But then Pastor Paul had a message one Sunday that really, caught my attention. Pretty much talking about, how we always want things perfect, and how we always want things to be, exact. And this church has to be like this church, or that church has to be like this church. And if it's not like this church, then I can't go to that church. And I was like, He was like, it's not about, the doctrine. It's about worship. Can we worship together? And that's something I found in this church that I can do with other people. I can worship with them, pray with them, talk to them, enjoy fellowship. And that's what church is. It's not my strict doctrine. It's fellowship. What motivates me to serve God in the ministry? Wow. I can't tell you it's self-motivation. That is out the window. I can't really self-motivate because I just be so tired with work and everything. It's not self-motivation at all. But every Sunday or every time I go to church, I look at everyone and I see an opportunity for something special to happen. That's my motivation. Because whether it's a beautiful worship, or just a small conversation, or it's just something simple like that, I look forward to it because that's my responsibility as a Christian. And I know that when I do that, all of a sudden I get this energy. All of a sudden I get this motivation. Something I wasn't pushing myself. It comes from outside in. And so, yeah, that's how I can continue to keep doing it. Or a goal, wow. Do I have a vision or a goal? Yeah. I mean, I've always saw myself as being more. And I'm not saying that as being an arrogant person. I just think that's how a lot of American kids are brought up. You know, you're special. You're gonna be special. You're gonna be, you know, something like that. And so I have that same perception. You know, I think that there's something special about me. But my goal in life is to not feed that pride, specialness, whatever you want to call it. My goal in life is just, you know, to be happy, to whether it's working in something that, you know, that brings me joy, whether it's, you know, spending time with my family, whatever it is. My goal in life is to be happy, and for those around me to be happy as well. Oh, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.